Hey guys, so I wanted to just touch on a recent setup that I've started doing, and it has been working out pretty good. So, as you know, you can use pretty much any program that allows you to record on your computer to like make your videos and stream and whatnot. Problem is, there are some games that do not show up correctly on a lot of these programs, OBS being the main one. Like, for example, let's take Fortnite, for example. You would think, because it is a game, it would actually show up in game capture, but it actually doesn't, and I have to do window capture just to get it to show up. Then there is the issue of a lot of games, mainly the older games, not allowing for borderless full screen, which is personally what I like to use because it makes it easier for you to switch between applications without actually fully closing the game. Some of those don't show up. Some of those don't show up as catchable games, or it'll show up in the list, but it won't actually show in the preview. So this particular setup I did to help get around that. So what you're gonna need is a universal capture card. Basically what that means is a capture card that will show up as a web camera and does not require any additional software. So NVIDIA capture cards are not NVIDIA. Elgato capture cards are pretty much out. I do know for a fact that they do have some that function like that, but most of them you need an extra piece of software to use. So you're gonna need a universal capture card that can show up as a webcam, and you're going to need either another computer, or you can take my route and use a spare tablet that has basically OTG support, or in Apple's case, it just has support for external devices. I don't know what they call it, but on Android it's called OTG support. So basically, you're gonna need something like this or another computer. If you go my route, and you use a tablet or an iPad or whatever, you're gonna need something like this. And then again, you're gonna need a universal capture card. So you got something like this, or you can get yourself something like this. This is what I was using for like the longest time. But this one has a lot of flaws. At least my particular one that I got did. Each one is created differently though. So this one is probably the cheaper one. I haven't really seen these on Amazon anymore, which is kind of weird. I have to look. But yeah, you can take something like this and then plug it into this, and obviously plug your source into the HDMI part of it, and then just go off of that. So that's what I've been doing. So basically what you got to do after you got all of the necessary pieces, you're gonna need to download an app that allows for actually, wait, hold on. I don't want you guys to see this. I almost made a big mistake. Okay. So, you're gonna need an app like one of these three. This one, and I'm actually surprised I haven't deleted this one yet, but this one, you need to pay a subscription for, so I don't recommend this one. But these two, in fact, I'm gonna get rid of this one right now. These two right here, focus, thank you. I highly recommend these. And then there's another one that you can use that I think works with cameras, and that's this. But you can also use it for your capture card, because again, it shows up as a webcam. So I will link all of these apps in the description so you guys can check it out. But once you do that, you just open up the preferred app that you want to use. So I typically gravitate towards this one. And then, hold on. Okay, so since my second one is already set up, I'm just gonna plug this in. And then you might have to restart. Oh, no, there you go. It popped right up. But now, as you can see, it's showing the Nintendo Switch. There you go. So yeah, now it's showing the Nintendo Switch. But this is just one of the use cases that I use it for. But if I take the HDMI from the computer that's plugged up to the TV right now and plug it into the capture card, I can use that to record the games that I would otherwise have issues recording. So it's not the cleanest setup, mind you. At least mine isn't. I mean, look at all that. But it does help, especially if you're having a lot of issues using OBS or Streamlabs or whatever. Technically, you could use your phone as well if it supports it. But mine in particular has been acting weird, so I've been using my iPad. But yeah, I mean, it works really well, and I do recommend it. It makes recording stuff so much easier. Obviously, you still have to worry about space, but you know, it works. So let me know what you think. Me personally, I think it's a good idea.